Is that your remembrance of the recorder? That was my first experience too. We were probably most of us played the recorder when we were grade school. We were little kids, and it was considered more of a toy that we're just supposed to get an idea how it works. And then when we left grade school, toss it out the window and go find a real instrument. I always kept mine though. I enjoyed playing it now and then around the house or for my church. Then during COVID, when the whole world shut down and we were all stuck inside, I picked it up again. I started to play it, treated myself to a couple of nice sounding wooden ones. And one day, as I was playing a little tune, I had a thought. This is actually a nice instrument. It is really not fair how it's been treated by the world. It's a little toy that's worthless. So I decided I need to set the record straight. Because after all, when we were in grade school, we were just little kids, 5 or 6 year old, trying to play an instrument for the first time, trying to coordinate fingers and breath. And after all, what if those kids had all been given like a $2 plastic violin, huh? That wouldn't have been any better. Because after all, the beginner on even a nice violin doesn't sound that great. Is that really a lot better than the recorder? I don't think so. So if you're maybe considering another instrument to play, I want to give you some ideas why you might consider this one. First of all, it's not a toy. This has been around for hundreds of years. It was popular in the 16th century, and a lot of the famous composers of the day, like Bach and Handel, wrote music for it. And really, if you look at it, it takes quite a bit of engineering to take a piece of plastic or a piece of wood and carve it in such a way that you can get 2 full octaves. I'll give you one. The same reason it was chosen for the children is a reason that you might consider it, that it's easy to start out with, that they're not very expensive. You can get a nice sounding plastic one for $10, $20, $30. You don't have to spend a huge amount. And also it's, even though we didn't sound too great when we were little kids, with a little bit of practice, you can make a nice sound on it. So it's like the piano. That's another instrument that's quite easy for a beginner to make a nice sound. But that doesn't mean the piano is a baby toy instrument. Both the recorder and the piano can be taken to tremendous heights. Let's see. Also, there's a size for everyone. This one is a soprano. Most people know fits a child's hands well, but rather high-pitched. Then there's the alto, which is 4 notes lower. This fits most adult hands quite well. It has a nicer tone. Then the tenor. I bet you didn't know they came in family size. This one is getting a little bit big. I had to put a key on, and you can put 2 keys on if you have smaller hands. But if you have great big mitts, you don't need to bother with that. And this has a richer sound. And these are just plastic, so you can get a better sound with wood, of course. One thing, it also is versatile. You can play all sorts of music on it. This sounds good with Celtic music. You can get kind of a Native American sound out of the larger one. Another thing I like about it, it's not super loud. A lot of other instruments from that era, the 16th century, that are used in symphonies, they were modernized, so they're much louder. But this is more like a guitar that you can play at home without annoying your family too much, or if you live in a condo apartment, having the neighbors banging on your door, hey, knock it off, with the trumpet or saxophone. So it has a number of benefits to it. that it's not just a toy. It's got a lot of versatility. It's easy to start out with. There's a size for everybody. But probably what I like most is just the sound. I love the sound of wood vibrating. And I think I've always liked making music with my breath. I like singing and whistling and this sort of an instrument. Like this tune. This really gets into my soul on a wooden tenor. Now, isn't that better than the cheap $2 plastic instrument we played as little kids? I think so too. I think this thing is worth another look. So if you're looking for an instrument, you might consider this one. So there, Madam Toastmaster.